Hey, what's up, Roxstars? It's Rox with a little bit of talk about what's at the top of the blog, so let's get to it. Lord, what do this child want, y'all? My daughter is texting me. Can you call my teacher? I hate her. Jada, really? Oh my God. Anyway, you guys, let me get to this damn video. Let me put this on silent before she texts me again. First story that we got to talk about, you guys, is Raven-Symoné and this interview that she did with Oprah Winfrey about, you know how Oprah has that show, Where Are They Now? On the show, she was talking about labels and how she is not very happy with them. And she doesn't want you to do that to her, okay? She said that she is an American. She's not an African American. She said that she's not gay and that she would prefer that you call her a human who loves humans. It was funny because in the interview, you know, as soon as Oprah heard that, she was just like, girl, she was trying to save her. Oprah was just like, I really need you to explain exactly what you mean by that, okay? Because you already know that you about to set Twitter afire, honey. And even though it would be nice for the world to work that way, that ain't really how it works. And you know, Raven-Symoné, she stuck to it, and she went on and said that she doesn't really know her roots, how far back they go in Africa. Okay, she doesn't know what country she's from in Africa. However, she knows that she's got roots in Louisiana and that she connects with a plethora of different races, not just black, but, you know, white and Asian and Indian, and you know, she feels that she's a part of all of that. So that's why she would rather be called an American, because we are one big melting pot, and isn't that how it should be? Okay, well, first of all, you guys, I like Raven-Symoné. I think she's a smart girl. I think that she's in this going through period where she is trying to get people to accept her as whatever it is that she wants to be accepted as. I mean, we already know that gay people are still fighting this fight to be treated equally. Okay, so you know, we got her eventually finally coming out. She's trying to make a statement. Okay, she's 20-something. It's right at that time where you feel like, you know, you could say something of real importance and, you know, make a statement that means something. I feel like it's misguided because, I mean, fuck, I can label myself the goddamn Tinkerbell. Okay, I could be a guy, I could say that I'm a fairy that floats, you know, from dimension to dimension. I can do all of that. However, when people look at me, they don't see no fucking fairy. They see a black woman, an African American woman. It doesn't really matter what you label yourself as. It's what you accept yourself as, okay? And I mean, people are very upset about what she said. You know, race is always, you know, real muddy and strange. I mean, people get so sensitive about certain things, even though I think the comment was really not the smartest or most well thought out. But you know, like I said, I feel like she's just in this mode where she's going through. But I remember when I went to Cal State Dominguez Hills, I had to do a survey, and you know, we put different races who, you know, who we were talking to in the survey, and I put Afro-American instead of African-American. And I think really it was because I only had a little bit of space and I was trying to shorten the word, and honey, I got so much flack for that. People was pissed at me for putting Afro as a hairstyle. It's not what I am. I'm African-American or I'm black. I'm just like, I don't give a fuck, okay? But I realized then that people are very, very sensitive about what they want to be called. Okay, and that was back when I was in my 20s, my early 20s, and you know, even then, I think a lot of us was trying to be kind of like Raven and just really trying to make a statement and, you know, really be important and all of that. So I don't know. It's way too deep for me. Like, you know, y'all know I don't like deep shit. I mean, if you look black to me, then damn it, that's what you are. I don't think that it was the smartest comment from her, but she's young, and I just feel like, you know, I can give her a pass. I don't know if many other people are willing to give her, you know, that same pass. She did finally come out today and kind of backtrack a little bit and was like, no, you guys are misunderstanding. I never said I wasn't black. I just said that I wasn't African American. So, you know, what semantics? What does she want to be called then? She say she knows she's got roots in Louisiana. You know, do we want to call her a Louisiana American? Like, I mean, you know, I can't even worry about what Raven wants to call Raven. Okay, it's funny that this whole thing about her being black is completely overshadowed the fact that she finally came out and said that she was gay. So I'm wondering if it was just kind of a tactic to kind of take the attention off the fact that she was gay, because that was going to be the biggest story until she came up with this other shit about her not being black or her not being African American. I can't. Yeah, I don't really, it's not that big of a deal to me, but I understand why other people are kind of upset about it. It's just, you know, another one of those times where people don't really want to accept where they're from. And we all know that at some point the black folks was in Africa, okay, and that we done all got dropped off in different parts of the world, and that's where we got all these different, you know, everybody wants to claim something totally different, but the very beginning is we was in Africa. We gonna, you know, kind of give Raven a pass, let her live life a little bit, like my grandmother used to say, keep on living, you know, she'll figure it out. I can't, all that deep and, you know, all that, I can't worry myself about it. Stephen Collins child molestation scandal. Now you guys, a lot of you guys asked me to talk about it. I didn't know who Stephen Collins was. I ain't never watched Seventh Heaven, so I was really not thinking that it was all that big of a deal, but I guess y'all want to know about it. So this is what happened. Stephen Collins, he played a pastor dad on Seventh Heaven. I don't know what the man's name was on the show, but evidently he played this wholesome character on Seventh Heaven. He was going through a divorce in real life with his wife in 2012. I guess they decided to go to some sort of therapy session trying to work it out, and in the therapy session he admitted to the therapist that he had sexually molested a girl back in the early 70s. Not only that, but he also admitted that sometime between that time and the 70s, you know, the 70s and up into the early 2000s, that he had also done some other things to a few other underage girls. And while he was in the therapy session, his now ex-wife by the name of Faye Grant, she recorded it secretly because her divorce lawyer, let me get these words, guys. Her divorce lawyer, I still can't say it. Her divorce lawyer told her to do so. She secretly recorded the sessions and then she used that in her divorce proceedings. Definitely a fucked up thing to do, very backhanded and sneaky and all of that, okay? But we got to remember, when you know, when you got a woman that is scorned, honey, all is fair in love and war. I'm telling you, you don't want to piss off no damn woman, because they do shit real dirty, and this is an example. Now we can't lose sight of the fact that, you know, as fucked up as it might have been for her to do that, yeah, this man molested some girls. He could have ruined the lives of these 3 girls and maybe even more. You don't know what that did to the rest of the, you know, change the course of their lives. Fast forward to 2012, she uses that information in the divorce proceedings, and it's all done. But she was contacted by one of the victims' now husband, and was threatened, and you know, he was pissed at her for not turning in her husband, even though even though she knew all this that happened. She just used that information in the divorce proceedings. So that person threatened to contact the NYPD, and I believe that they did contact the NYPD, but what ended up happening was there was a statute of limitations on this whole child molestation thing, and nothing happened to Mr. Collins. And I'm feeling like, y'all, my lawyer folks out there, y'all help me out here, but I'm feeling like it's going to be a statute of limitations still. He's not still going to get in trouble for that, because, I mean, we 72, 73 years, I mean, 72, 73, that's, I mean, that's 40-something years ago. But it doesn't even really matter, because he's already been tried in the court of public opinion. His life is pretty fucked up. He's 60-something years old now. He, as soon as the information came out on the internet, I think through TMZ, that TMZ, I tell you, as soon as they reported it, he was fired from his gig. He was going to be on the sequel to Ted 2, you know, with the teddy bear and Mark Wahlberg. He got fired from that. He had a scandal episode coming up, and y'all know Shonda Rhimes don't play that shit, okay? So they pulled his episode. He ended up resigning from the union, you know, the SAG-AFTRA, that all of the actors sign up for, and they pulled my damn nose ring out. Oh, y'all lose more nose rings, I promise you. Where did it go? Did y'all see it fall out? Anyway, they also pulled the reruns of Seventh Heaven. Okay, so they done already fucked up his money, and we already feel like he's an old pervert and that he did something to these kids and You know, so his life is kind of screwed up right now anyway. So even if he don't get charged, I don't know if his, you know, his acting career will even be the same. Kind of just sad all the way around. Okay, we know that at least one victim tried to press charges, like I said. I don't know if the other ones will ever come out, or you know what's gonna happen there. But yeah, too bad about Mr. Collins, Stephen Collins, y'all. Did y'all used to watch Seventh Heaven? I ain't never. I never was even interested in that show. All right, you guys. So Steve Harvey has contacted Miss Paula Deen, and he has asked her to come on down to his mentoring youth camp to teach 100 black boys how to use lard in 15 different ways. I guess she was just like, these boys ain't got no damn daddies. Their mamas hang out in the club, and their grannies is only 39 fucking years old. So let me get on down and help the nigglets. Johnny Deen, Johnny, pull the F-150 around to the front of the house. We can get on down to Texas, and make sure you got my mask and my gloves, because they say these niggas got Ebola. I guess I don't blame her, okay? Paula Deen is definitely in this fight to try to get her, you know, her reputation back on track. I would do the same thing if I was her, and, you know, somebody reached out to me to, you know, try to help repair my image. But my whole thing is Steve Harvey. Y'all, now Steve Harvey is not my favorite person, okay? Like Tyler Perry, I appreciate things, all of the things that Steve Harvey has been able to accomplish, because the man has done awesome. He is paid, okay? And then certain things I do enjoy Steve Harvey, like I love him on Family Feud. I watch it all the time. And then other things I don't really have much patience for. Now in this case, I feel like, you know, Steve Harvey has a show that he needs to worry about. He has ratings that he needs to be concerned about, okay? He advertising dollars, all of that, okay? So why not get somebody as controversial as Paula Deen and, you know, tap her to come and talk to these boys? And everybody deserves a second chance. I realize that as well. However, I feel like she put her own self in that situation, so it's up to her to pull herself out of it. We as black people, I mean, if that's what he wants to do, then fine. But there were plenty other black chefs, men, who really these boys could connect to and really, you know, find some common ground in, that he skipped over to go to Paula Deen. Okay, and his whole reasoning was because she's a good person. He knows the good outweighs the bad, and all that might be fine and all that might be good. But my feeling is, you know, that it was a little bit stunts and shows-ish. Okay, just a little bit. Now, I can't really say what, you know, Steve Harvey is really intending to do with all of this. But it definitely got him his name out. You know, people are talking about the shit that he's done. He said that he doesn't give a fuck, and he doesn't, and I can't blame him either, because if that's what you want to do, that's what you do, okay? But yeah, you know, Paula Deen, what I've noticed with black people is that we are super forgiving, especially the white people. But you know, we hold our black people to the cross, and you know, I don't really, well, I'm not even gonna get too deep into all of that. I'm not really trying to go there with it. I'm just saying that Steve Harvey say that he's gonna help out by showing everybody the good in Paula Deen and giving her this second chance, okay? You guys tell me what you think. Am I being too hard on Steve Harvey? Do you understand me saying that she put herself there, so now she needs to get herself out? I think I would feel a little bit differently if Paula Deen was just going out and making the effort to, you know, contact with black people and get more educated and all that. But, you know, when somebody invites you out to yeah, I mean, you know, y'all just tell me what you think about it. Am I too hard on Miss Paula Deen? Alright, you guys, so yeah, I'm feeling like I'm real rambly in this video. I know it's because I had coffee, so I feel real wired and everything. So let me try to focus and get shit back together here. Drake and the stripper in Houston. Now, y'all know Aubrey loves him a stripper. He talks about him in his rap songs, and, you know, he's dated quite a few of them, and we've seen him, you know, we see him frequent the whole strip the whole strip idea, dating them, fucking them, whatever it is. We've seen all that with him a lot. Evidently, Drake had his eye on this Houston stripper, popular Houston stripper by the name of Johnny Blaze. He took her out for a weekend and they had a great time, okay? According to Johnny Blaze, they had sex unprotected. They went out to eat, they hung out, they laughed, they talked. It was all good, okay? Until Sunday night came and he dropped her ass off, and then he picked up another stripper for the for the other part of the week. And Johnny Blaze was quite upset about that, okay? So she comes out and she says how, you know, he used her, and, you know, she just didn't appreciate, you know, him making her look like she was a hoe, and, you know, by going with this other stripper. And evidently they got to arguing back and forth on the text. The text messages is kind of like Drake not understanding why she feels the way she does, and, you know, it's just a whole bunch of foolishness, y'all. I guess it got out. The Houston radio circuit was hot and everybody was calling her a hoe and all that. She was very upset about that because evidently she felt like she truly connected with Drake in these 3 days this weekend. I was just like, girl, now when you get so fucked up in the game that you didn't know that Drake was, you know, he does this with a lot of strippers. I don't know what happened with Johnny Blaze and what he must have told her. Okay, maybe that soft voice and, you know, his lyrics, maybe he used it on her, but yeah, somebody had been told her wrong. She said that because of the information that she had put out, that Drake started to threaten her and that he sent his goons out to the strip club where she worked and got her fired, and then said that they even came to her house but she wasn't there. But when she found out, she called the police and made a report. And you know, then of course everybody was just like, you did all of this, and she started getting even more flack about it. Now she's backtracked and said, oh no, okay, now I realize that, you know, them guys didn't have nothing to do with everything like I thought that he was threatening me, but he wasn't. Okay, it was all a misunderstanding, y'all. He's real nice, you know, we talked it out, we was arguing, but now we okay. And yeah, I didn't mean none of that had anything to do with Drake. It was some other people that came to my job came to my house and threatened me. I don't see Drake really even giving that much of a damn about her. You know, she just got caught up in her feelings, okay? She thought it was more than what it was. You know, I keep on telling these young girls that a fuck is just a fuck, okay? That pussy can't get no better than it already is. Like, I mean, eventually it's just coochie. Just fucking, y'all, ladies. The minute you understand that, okay, you will figure out more things to get in your arsenal to really hold on to a man, okay? But that's neither here nor there, y'all. So yeah, Drake and Johnny Blaze, they friends again, and he's apologized and she's apologized, and everybody then went on with their lives. Next story up is Nene Leakes. We got Nene in the press quite a bit. Okay, first up is the fashion police, and there's talk that Nene is in the running to become the replacement on the fashion police of Joan Rivers. Okay, now you know, this can't be no worse of an idea than to put Nene Leakes in that position. I just feel like Nene Leakes is not fashion. I think of fashion, I think of a million other people before I even get around to Nene Leakes. Okay, I think Nene is funny, and I think she's got a cute little read, and I think she got witty snapbacks and comebacks, and she says a lot of catchy things. All of that is fine and good, but just because you got a fucking line on QVC don't mean that you know fashion. And I just think it would be a bad idea for that brand. Okay, I'm praying that Melissa Rivers understands that she's probably is not the best idea for that job. Just to see her up there, I mean, I can already in my mind just vision her, you know, fucking up all these European designer names. You know how she be trying to have her words extra proper and shit. All right, you guys, next up we have Jennifer Lawrence and Dolce and Gabbana. Yeah, I just know I don't want to see Nene up there doing it. Like I said, QVC, not trying to make what she's done seem like it's anything little, but you know, just if I wanted a tunic and some fucking leggings, I will just go to QVC. But I'm not really thinking about Nene when I think about some fashion forward, what I want, a statement I want to do on the red carpet. Yeah, no. Please, Melissa, I would hope that she would pull the show before she even put somebody like Nene up in there. And that is no hate, you guys. That is truly just how I feel. They're saying that Kathy Griffin was in the front running before Nene's name came up. And I mean, I don't even know who I would feel like it could replace Joan Rivers. I really feel like they just need to not have the show, but you know, it was a very successful show, and I guess they're trying to save it. But Kathy Griffin, to me, she seems like she would be maybe as close to something like a Joan Rivers that, you know, I could think of. Kathy Griffin has a lot of the same style of comedy. And then there were some other folks that was in the running. God, Lisa Lampanelli, I think, was one of them, and Tyra Banks. Tyra Banks, to me, you know, just the obvious, her being a model and knowing about the fashion world would be a good thing. But, you know, we need the comedy part of it. And, you know, Tyra, even though she's a funny girl to me, you know, that's still, I don't think that that's still the replacement for Joan that we look at. I think Kathy would be the best one out of those names that we have. Don't you? Now, the second story about Nene is, you know, they're saying that Nene was able to get $1.5 million for her next 7th season of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Nene has come out and said, honey, y'all think it's 1.5 million, but it's way more than that. Okay, and you know, good for her. I feel like she deserves it. She's been on that show a long time, and she has made a lot of money for that show. Okay, so whatever they pay her, I believe that Nene is worth it. She's threatening that this might be her last season, and all I got to say to that is I really hope, with it being your last season, that you got some surefire shit going on in the in the future, because it don't make no damn sense to cut off the damn hand that feeds you and paying you all this money because you feel like you above all the pettiness and the fighting and all of that. Okay, you just take yourself out of it the way you did when you was on the new normal. Okay, you wasn't part of all of that bullshit that was going on, and you know, people kind of liked you then, and you was above it, and you can do that again very easily. It might just be a lot of talk on Nene's part, but like I said, I feel like she deserves whatever money Bravo gives her, because people watch for Nene. She's been there the longest. The show is super successful. It is the highest rated Real Housewives show in the franchise, and whatever they give her, I think that she deserves it. We got a little bit of drama between the Cannons and the Careys. Mariah Carey was in concert. I guess she's doing some sort of tour somewhere, you guys. I'm sorry, I didn't even research enough to see where she was, but she is singing in concert. She's doing a song by the name, what was the name of the song? I don't remember the name of the song, but it's a Billie Holiday song she's covering. It's about a man cheating. And in the song, she changes up the lyrics to say, I know you cheated, motherfucker. People didn't even seem to realize the change in the lyrics at the concert. However, you know, after it was said and done, people was just like, ooh, she changed up the lyrics, and then she talking about Nick Cannon, did he cheat on her, and this, that, and the other. I mean, they're going through a divorce. Why not capitalize on it? Okay, she's singing the song. It works for Jay-Z and Beyonce. Okay, they do that shit all the time. Change up the lyrics to whatever is going on, the drama, and everybody just jumps on it. So why not Mariah Carey either? Okay, do I feel like he cheated? Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. I don't even really know. And we all know that Mariah Carey has a reputation for being being quite divified. We will never forget about how Eminem said that she was, even though, you know, they would like for us to forget that. But yeah, I just, you know, it's a damn divorce going on. Okay, the war is started. I think we're gonna have a lot of going back and forth between Mariah and Nick, you know, between now and when it's all done and the papers are signed and they are no longer husband and wife. People were also talking about the fact that her voice has changed and she wasn't able to hit the high notes. You know, Mariah ain't been able to hit them high notes for a long time. I'm sure she can still sing, but she don't have it like how she used to have it. We've seen it happen to a lot of folks. They just lose it. It's not that big of a deal that she can't do it. I mean, we all still respect Mariah for what she has done in the music industry anyway. So like I said, the war started, right? Well, you know, Nick Cannon, he done came out, and you know, he had that big old tattoo on his back that said Mariah, that he got shortly after they got married, or I think right before they got, I don't know, somewhere around that same time. Well, now the damn divorce is, you know, in progress. Nick then went and got that shit covered up, okay? And he got this old huge crucifix on his back that covers it, and then he got like some kind of, I guess it's a bird. I think they said it's a phoenix, and it's rising from the ash. You know, you couldn't just get the phoenix with the ashes rising from the ashes. You had to go on and get the damn crucifix. I'm telling you guys, I have a thing. I don't want people to get crucifix on their bodies. Okay, with Jesus hanging on the cross and all of that. Like, it's just, you know, when I think of Nick Cannon, that's not even the image of him that I get. So it's just like, what are you trying to prove? You know, it's like, why do you have this on your back? You know, the tattoo is fine enough, I guess. I feel like it could have been a lot better. I think that it would have been really dope if he would have just did the damn Phoenix, you know, rising or whatever. But, you know, all this extra, the crucifix and Jesus hanging on the cross. And I can't with all of that. So, but I guess, you know, it's his body, it's his tattoo, he can do what he want to do. But this divorce with Nick Cannon and Mariah Carey is going to be interesting, you guys. And I think it's going to get a whole lot more uglier before it gets much better. Real fast and quickies, Robin Thicke and Paula Patton are now finally officially going through a divorce. Paula Patton did file for divorce and cited irreconcilable differences. They are also both filing joint custody of their child. So rap for Mr. Robin Thicke, he can move on with his life. Sherri Shepherd's ex-husband Sal has filed for welfare for him and his little baby. Does it surprise anybody that Sal has applied for welfare, considering that he lost his full-time job of leeching off of Sherri? Speaking of no good daddies, let's talk about Fantasia's baby daddy, who has also filed for custody of his 13-year-old daughter with Fantasia by the name of Zion. Okay, now bruh man ain't even been in this child's life pretty much the whole time, but now he's decided that he want to take fucking custody. I guess these niggas said they ain't gotta get no job when they got a, you know, a famous baby mama. Let's just hit him up, okay? Because you know, once he gets, well, not that he is gonna get custody, but if he gets custody, okay, next in line is getting child support. That damn Fanny, y'all, I feel so damn sorry for her. Okay, she's just always unlucky in the man department. Shit, I wouldn't be surprised if she became a fucking lesbian. Kylie Jenner and Tyga are both still fighting off rumors that they are in a relationship. He is 25, she is 17 years old, and people feel that it is a very inappropriate relationship. If you look at the blogs, they are definitely caught out quite a bit, going on dates and things like that, a little bit more than what I feel friends would do. Hey, what can I say? All I know is Blac Chyna and Trina both learned the hard way that you do not bring your men around the goddamn Kardashians, okay? He is as good as gone. Kimora Lee has confirmed that she is pregnant by boyfriend Tim Leisner. That's the white guy. Well, they say that they married, y'all, but y'all know I can't even get, look, I need a fucking receipt from Kimora, because honey, you know that she have us believing that she was married to give us free all that time, and then, you know, when the shit fell apart and they was about to break up, you know, then they said that it was an African ceremony that, you know, wasn't recognized in the United States and all that. I said, listen, honey, anybody got time to be fucking trying to figure out if you got a goddamn marital license and all that? We ain't here for the fuck shit, Kimora. And Kimora knows she got a whole bunch of damn kids, right? Yeah, that family's like a goddamn United Nations convention. Move over Brad and Angelina. Lastly, you guys, Wiz Khalifa has been seen jumping from woman to woman, and it's assumed from bed to bed. And he done decided to shock y'all again with this extra purple hair. Have you guys seen his locks are now purple? I'm just like, Lord. If you all stop this fucking tripping and take your ass home to your wife. Alright, y'all, we do this every week. So make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you come back. Until next time, Roxstars. Bye.